Next video. In today's video I will show you how to do geofencing with Flutter without using any third-party library. So this video is for iOS, and for iOS I'm using Apple Map. For Android I'm using Google Map. So for Android as well, the video is quite similar. So first you need to accept location permission. Like I have already accepted it. Now here you can see I have created a geofencing area. Now I will move out of that geofencing area, and here you can see I have in the console I have user exited as a message. Now I will come back to that area, and here you can see I have user entered message. Similarly I will show it for Android as well. So Android is a little bit complicated because firstly you will ask for location and access location and find location, then you will ask for notification permission, then for background, then you will have to ask for background location permission as well. That's what geofencing it is required for geofencing. And then here you can see I'm just once you move into that geofence area, I'm just logging it to the console, and same thing can be done for exiting as well. So yeah, let's get started. So firstly I have created my Flutter application. Next, inside main.dart, what I have done is I have created a method channel. So there are two things for Android. So first we need to fetch the location. It will give us the latitude, longitude, and then pass it to Google Map. Whereas for iOS we will do everything inside the Apple Map class itself. We don't have to create separate thing for location and separate thing for maps. So this is specifically for Android. So what I have done is this method channel created location permission platform, and this event channel is also for Android. So here inside the event channel you will get whether the user has entered or exited the geofencing area. And this permission granted is also for Android because we have to explicitly ask for permissions, and that will help us give us a callback whether the permission was accepted or not. So if you check for Android, I have first created a button which will ask for permission, and once the permission are granted, which I get a callback over here, I will show the Google Map to the user. But for iOS we are just displaying the map, which is the Apple Map. So everything will be handled it in that class itself. Next, inside my mapview.dart, so I have just created a method channel for mapview, and here you can see that I have, so this is my Android view and this is my UI kit view. And here you will actually, so this is specifically for iOS. So here you will get whether the user has entered geofence or exited geofence. Okay, so so for iOS you will get it over here, but for Android you will get it over here. The reason is that the way is code written in such a way in Android that we have to write receivers, and it becomes very difficult to send data from receiver to the main activity or to the UI view class which we have created. Sorry, not UI view, the Google Map class which we have created. So it becomes very complex. That's why I have followed this approach. So for Android, all you have to do is go to Android, go to build.gradle. Make sure first you update your Kotlin version to 1.8.20, then go to app, build.gradle, and here what I have done is I have updated the main SDK version to 24, and I have also added these two dependencies. So first is for location, second one is for Google Map. These two dependencies are for using Flutter fragment activity, so that we can use the register for activity thing which is required for permission. And we are also using event bus because I need to once for geofencing we are using a receiver, and from receiver I need to send the data back to the main activity. That's why I'm making use of an event bus, which makes it very easy to send data from receiver to the main activity. Otherwise it gets very complicated. Next, what you have to do is you have to go to Google Developer Console and obtain Google Map API key. I won't show that in this video because like you can just Google it, and it requires all sort of like credit card registration and that stuff. Even though it comes under the free tier, I'm not sure why they require a credit card. Like previously it was not mandatory. I think from this year they have made it mandatory. So just obtain your Google Map API key from Google Developer Console. That's why I have used Apple Map for iOS. Next, go to main, go to Android manifest.xml, and here Firstly, you will have to add all these permissions. Next, you will have to add this Google API key. Instead of my API key, put your actual Google Map API key, and this is for the receiver, and this is for the location which requires a service, foreground service. Next, inside res drawable, I have just created these two files. Like, these are just for the notification purpose. You can create any file. Like when user enters geofencing area, the notification requires some icon. That's what I have created this for, but create any icon which you like. Next, inside Kotlin, so first I have defined this extension class. So if you are using Android T or above, we would require access course, access find, post notification, as well as background location. If you are using less than Android T but greater than Android Q, then you will require access find, access course, and background location. And if you are using lower than Q, then you just require access course and access find location. Next, inside default location client, so this is very similar to what I have explained in my how to get background location in Flutter. So if you want more details, you can check that out. So this is entirely copied from that video. So the main part is we are just using location request.builder over here, which will help us get the location. Next, this is a new class which I have created, geo broadcast receiver. So here on receive method is called when you call a broadcast receiver from main activity, and here we are first checking whether there are any errors. If not, then over here we are checking whether the user has entered our geofencing area. So if he has entered, then this thing will be called. So here you can see I'm sending the data back to the main activity via event bus, and here I have defined our notification to display a notification to the user once he has entered the geofencing area. Similarly, for exit as well, I'm sending data back to main activity via event bus, and sorry, not to main activity but to the view which is using this geofencing thing. I will tell you where exactly we are using. And similarly, I have created notification for exiting as well. And if you want to handle any else kind of geofencing thing, you can handle it over here. And here I have just created default method for geofence transition details as well as get transition string. But I think these are not used anywhere. So yeah, if you want, you can ignore those. So here I have created a class which is required for the event bus. So here we are passing just string data from receiver to the main activity. And here I have created a location callback which will help us to get the latitude as well as the longitude, similarly to what I have explained in my background location video. This same is the same what I have explained in my background location video, as well as this service class is same as well. So here, as you can see, once we get the location, we are sending it to the main activity, and here we are showing that foreground notification. Similarly, stop method if you want to stop that location. Next, go to main activity, and here we are first use flutter fragment activity, and here we will ask for access find and access course location as well as post notification. You cannot ask for background location over here. Like, background location cannot be asked in multiple permissions. You have to ask it separately, otherwise it won't work. And here I have created our method channel. So once all these permissions are granted, here you can see that if it is using and greater than Android Q, then I'm asking for access background location. Otherwise, I'm just giving a success callback to Flutter side that all permissions have been granted. Similarly, for request background location as well, if it is granted, then send a callback to Flutter. And here I have created our location connectivity as well as event sync. This is required for setting up notification. And here I have registered our event bus, and here we are unregistering it. And once you get a callback from your receiver, so it will come over here, and I'm sending that data back to the Flutter side depending on whether the user has exited or entered the geofence area. And here I have registered our map view, which is the Google map, and this is the method channel for detecting whether the location permission was granted or not. And this is boilerplate code for event channel, for assigning event channel. But there was one thing which I might have missed. which I wanted to tell you guys is, oh wait, where did it go? I think maybe I forgot about it, but I am not able to recollect it. Sorry about that. But I will definitely put it in my video comments. Like, there was something related to the event channel which had caused me a lot of issues. Okay, anyways, I will let you guys know about it in the future, so like in the comments of this video. So over here I have created our map view. So before that I will show you map view factories. Like, this is boilerplate code which you have to write while creating any kind of a native view in Flutter. And here I have created our map view, and here as you can see, I am extending on map ready callback as well as location callback. I have created a linear layout. Inside that I have created a map view, and this is the Google map which we have to create, for which we will get a callback. And this is for displaying annotation or a marker on our screen. And here this is our radius for a geofencing. You can increase it to whatever you want, but don't decrease it too much. And this is the area which we are geofencing it. So here you can change the latitude and longitude to whatever you want. So maybe for testing you can make it closer to your current location. Next, I have created a circle options because we want to display geofencing area. And here I have defined our geofencer builder, and inside that we want to track enter as well as exit for geofencing, and expiration is never expire. Then I have created a geofencing request, and after that I have created a geofencing client. And this is location service. This is similar from my background location video as well as this one. So here we are just fetching, like, once all permissions have been granted, we are just starting the service for getting the location. And this is the pending intent for starting the geo broadcast receiver. And on dispose, I'm removing our geo fences as well as destroying our map. And in initialization, we are getting the location as well as initializing our geofencing client, and initializing our map view as well as adding it to our linear layout. Now one thing I want to tell you guys is that the Google map for some reason is not getting displayed properly. I don't know why. The geofencing part works, so I have tried to use some kind of an hack. Like, I have tried to use these two methods, but it weren't really working. I also tried to use invalidate and request layout, still it wasn't working. Like, this code is exactly similar to that of native code which I have done, and I already posted a video about it. Like, it works, but I'm not sure why it doesn't work in Flutter. Like, I have faced similar issues with camera as well. So if you guys know what exactly is the issue, do let me know about it. And over here, once the map is ready, so here you can see I was trying to do this as well, but it wasn't working. I'm adding some geofence to our map. And on location updated, we are just checking whether if there is any marker. If yes, then we are removing it, creating a new marker, adding it to our map. And here you can add more zoom in as well if you want. So here you can change the zoom in value. So I think that's it for Android. For iOS, what you have to do is go to iOS runner app delegate.swift. Firstly, you have to register our view, and this will contain entire logic for everything. Next, go to info.plist, and here you will have to add ns location when in usage as well as always and when in usage. Next, define the factory class. Like, this is boilerplate code which you have to write while creating a native view for iOS in Flutter. And inside my map view native view, all I have done is that I have imported mapkit and core location. Next, I have created an existing annotation, and I have created a region, and this you can manipulate to wherever your current location is. Like, make sure the geofencing area is close to you just for testing purposes. And region radius, you can set it accordingly to whatever you want. And I have created a location manager as well as a Flutter channel. I have initialized the channel, and I have called start updating the location. And here I have created our map view to occupy entire width and height, and added it as a sub view. Then we call start monitoring geofence, And once we get the latitude and longitude, I'm checking whether if there is any annotation or a marker on the map. If yes, remove it, create a new annotation, and display it on the map, add it to the map. And this thing is for authorization, and this is for returning our view. This is for creating our geofencing region, and this is for monitoring our geofencing region. And once so this will help us give a callback of whether the user has entered geofence or not, which I am sending it via native code. Also, one more thing, I'm not sure if I should have used channel over here. I think you should use event channel, that event stream, because I think once you send data from iOS, from native iOS to Flutter side, this you can't send that data back again. I'm not sure exactly, but yeah, do check that out if that helps you or not. And here I have just created an overlay on our map. One more thing which I wanted to show it to you guys was, go to iOS, go open your iOS project. You will have to go to sign in and capabilities inside your iOS project. Also make sure your minimum iOS deployment target is 14. Inside signing in capabilities, you will have to add background mode, and for that you will have to enable, I think, background fetch, background processing, and one more thing, I think location something. So here if you go to your project, sign in and capabilities, and here you will have to add background mode, location update, background fetch, and background processing. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Bye.